Before Brown versus Board of Education changed the nation, there was Mendez versus Westminster. This landmark case began the fight to desegregate public schools in California and became a foundation for the civil rights movement. In the 1940s, schools in California were segregated. Latino children were sent to separate and often inferior schools under the guise of being better suited for their education. One family decided this wasn't right. Gonzalo and Felicitas Mendez, parents of 3 children, challenged this injustice when their kids were denied entry to a local school in Orange County. They filed a lawsuit against the Westminster School District, arguing that segregating children violated the Constitution. The Mendez family's legal team argued that segregation violated the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. In 1946, Judge Paul J. McCormick ruled in their favor, declaring that separate schools for Mexican children were unconstitutional. Key figures played crucial roles in these cases. Thurgood Marshall, then a lawyer for the NAACP, wrote an amicus brief in support of the Mendez family and later used the arguments from Mendez versus Westminster to build his case for Brown versus Board. Meanwhile, California Governor Earl Warren, who supported school desegregation, and later signed into law the desegregation of California schools, would become Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court and lead the unanimous decision in Brown versus Board. This victory wasn't just about California. It set a precedent that segregation in schools could be challenged and overturned, paving the way for the monumental case of Brown versus Board of Education 8 years later. In 1954, the Supreme Court ruled in Brown versus Board of Education that racial segregation in public schools was unconstitutional. This landmark decision echoed the principles established by Mendez versus Westminster. The fight for equality didn't end with these cases, but Mendez versus Westminster was a critical first step. It reminds us that ordinary people, like the Mendez family, can spark extraordinary change. The legacy of Mendez versus Westminster is a powerful reminder of the importance of fighting for justice and equality in education and beyond.